let's go live. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's been long since we streamed, and I hope you guys had good exams. Everything was going good on your side. Exams went nice. Just how are your exams? You can just put them in the comment section, and let's just talk, and let's just wait for quickly 2-3 more minutes so that a few more people join, and then we start by discussing this problem called R balls shuffled. Okay. Okay. Yep, everything looks okay to me. Yeah. Just one more minute before 8:30 and then I think we should begin. Also in this video, I'm gonna just quickly talk to you about a good resource for competitive programming and programming in general, and also we should better talk about CodeChef's long challenge as well, right? If you're not doing long challenge, you should definitely do it. So yeah, so it's 8:30. Let's get going. So I'm just gonna put this message in the chat. So we are discussing the problem. Our balls shuffled, which is PoD. Okay, all right. So let's start. So yeah, so this is the problem statement. Let's take a look at this. So yeah, so the name of the problem is R balls shuffled, and our problem statement goes like this. An electromagnet is a type of magnet in which the magnetic field is produced by an electric current. The magnetic field disappears when the current is turned off. The difference between the electromagnet and a permanent magnet is that the strength of magnetic field can be quickly changed by controlling the amount of electric current in the winding. Okay, so there's a little bit of physics. In an experiment, n iron balls are placed on the n electromagnets in a circular fashion as shown below. Okay, so we have a photo, and then we have the electromagnets are connected among themselves and they rotate at a constant speed of c radians per second. In this experiment, one letter of English alphabet or a number is written on each ball. In this experiment, one letter of English, okay. The character returns are unique, okay. During each experiment, the current given for electromagnet is varied, and for some values of electric current, the balls get shuffled. Always, the characters written on the ball are read from the position where the experimenter is standing. Given the number of balls taken for experimentation, characters written on balls in the initial configuration and the characters written on the balls after rotation for m seconds, write a program to check if the balls are shuffled or not. Okay. So for example, if the 6 balls are taken for experimentation and the characters written on the balls initially are PASGHY and the characters on the balls are after rotation is HYPASG, then the balls haven't shuffled. Okay. Cool. Sounds okay to me. The problem does not look difficult or anything. Okay then. Let's get going and let's try to understand this problem first. Okay, so let's go to our notepad and let's just do some things. Okay, so yeah, so if you can see, so what it says is there are balls 4, 5. Let's see, take this and let's see this as A, B, C, D, E, F. Now these balls rotate. Now while rotating, there are chances that these balls might get shuffled also. Otherwise, they'll just be rotated. Let's see, after let's say m seconds, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, right? So this becomes F, A, B, C, D, E. Right? So instead of A, so we have, so let's say, let's try to write this in the form of a string. Let's say write all these alphabets in the form of a string in one line. So for this, I'll start. So I'll say that my observer is standing here. So let me just. So for this, my observer is looking from here. Okay, here also the observer is looking from here. So what will the string be? The strings will be in this case the string will be A, B. Let's say we are going in the clockwise direction, right? So clockwise, so A, B, C, D, E, F in this case, And in this case, the string will be F, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. And now we have to tell if these balls are shuffled or not after these rotations. Okay. So I hope you're clear about the question. Okay. Yeah. So the question is clear. I was just quickly checking the chat in YouTube if there was any question or anything. So far so good. We are clear about the problem here. Okay. And then the one thing that comes now is, so we have to check if the strings are shuffled or not. Okay, but before jumping into the logic of understanding how to check that, let's take another example in which the balls are shuffled. So I'm just gonna go change this back to white. Let's say we have again A, B, C, D, E, F. These balls again rotating clockwise, and then again another case we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have, let's say, A, B, C, D, E, F. After rotation we have here A, C, D, E, B, F. Okay, right. So I've distributed them again in the clockwise direction. Observer is again standing here. So observer and then observer. Okay. Then we have the strings here. So str in this case will be, let's go into the clockwise direction. It will be A, B, C, D, E, F. And string in this case in the clockwise direction will be A, C, D, E, B, F. Okay. So now this is another case. Okay. Now let's see, we have these two cases and we have to tell in which of these cases our strings are shuffled and not shuffled. Before jumping into that, let me just quickly check the YouTube chat if there are any questions. Okay, no. Yeah, so good. So far for those who have joined just now, so far we just discussed the problem, and the problem that let's take two cases in which there are balls which have A, B, C, D, E, F written on them, and then after a few seconds after rotation, this is the case, F, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, this is the case, and then we make out strings in the clockwise direction. We just write all those characters one by one in a straight line, and that's what string, right? So we have a string. Then we go down again, and then let's take another case. So let me just quickly mark this as, this is our case 1 and this is our case 2. Okay, so let's see. So let me just quickly write this down here. So in case 1 we had A, B, C, D, E, F, and we had F, A, B, C, D, E. We had F, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Case 2, we had A, B, C, D, E, F, and A, C, D, B, E, F. C, D, E, B, F. Okay. Yeah. So now there can be a lot of different ways to solve this problem. I'm going to tell you one of the unique ways to solve this problem, and it's a very nice and clean idea that you should remember. So what we do is, let's say we have our initial string. So basically what I'm going to do is, I'm going to call the string which I had before, like the string before rotation, the string which I make before rotation, I'm going to call it as my initial string. Okay. So I'm going to write it as init. And then I'm going to call it as my A, B, C, D, E, F. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to concatenate init to itself. So A, B, C, D, E, F plus A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm joining these two strings, right? What will become? It will become A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. And now what we have to do is, in this joint string of initial, basically concatenating initial itself, do we have a substring in this concatenated string which is equal to the final string? If we find that final string in this concatenated string, then we can say that the balls are not shuffled; they're just rotated. We are just so the positions are just displaced, right? So if I quickly do this, so let's see. So we have to find our final was, in this case our final was F, A, B, C, D, E. Do we have F, A, B, C, D, E? F, where is F? Okay. F, A, B, C, D, E, yeah. So we have. So in this case, we can say that the balls are not shuffled, they're just rotated. So we output not shuffled in this case. Okay. Let's take the next case. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F and A, B, C, D, E, B, F. Okay, A, C, D, E, B, F. Right. So in that case, the concatenated string, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F. In this substring, A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, here I did a mistake, right? F should also be A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Yeah. So A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F. In this, we have to try to find A, C, D, E, B, F. So can we do that? Let's, sorry. Yeah. So let's see if A, okay, so we have A here, but after A, we don't have C. We have A here, after which we don't have C. So in this case, if I take U, we don't have A, C, D, E, B, F. So we can say that the second string is not a rotation of the first string, which means that the balls got shuffled in between. So we say that the balls are shuffled. Pardon my writing, I'll just write this again. Shuffled. Cool. So this is the idea behind. So the good idea is, so I'll tell you the idea again. So the idea is initial string, okay, initial string and final string. These two things we have, okay. Then concatenate initial string to itself, okay. Check if final string is present in this concatenated string, right? So this is a very general algorithm for checking if a string is rotation of another string or not. Okay, so that's the idea behind this problem. Let me quickly jump to YouTube chat and see if you guys have any questions. I didn't even understand the problem back then. Sad. So I hope Aditya, I hope I was able to clear the problem now. I hope you're able to understand the problem. Yeah, I agree that the problem has a lot more things involved in it, rotation. But yeah, sometimes this is necessary. See, the problem was clear. You could anyway Google this and find out. But sometimes it's important to phrase the problem in such a way that, you know, somehow the original thing that is hidden in the problem is not revealed so easily. And that's what the goal of the problem statement was. So again, yeah, so after this, let's just quickly code this problem and then solve it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to PoD and let's solve this problem here. So what we have, I'm going to solve this in C++ and I'll do in Python as well, no problem. So let's see. So we have, for example, okay, 6 balls were taken for experimentation and characters on the, yeah, okay. So we have the input as first line of the number of balls taken for experimentation, n, right? So let me just write hash include IO stream using namespace std int main return 0. Then we have int n, scene n, return on the balls initially. Okay, right? So let's string initial is equal to bank string and string final. I'm not using the variable name final. Might be reserved for some, although I know final is not a qualifier in C++ as such right now. Hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, so let's see. So we have for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, C in, let's say we have a character coming every time, right? So char C, C in C, and then we'll do initial dot push back. So we are pushing this character into the string. And similarly, let's just duplicate this code and do it for final. We have initial and final strings now. So as the algorithm, let's combine initial to itself. So string concatenated string is equal to initial plus initial. Okay, I'm gonna make another variable. Okay, so string concatenated now. So if now the logic to check if a string is a substring of another string, so we can just do simply by so basically concatenated string dot find final not equal to string colon colon npos. So this line basically checks if a string is a substring of another string. Okay, so in this case we are check if underscore final is a substring of concatenated string. Sorry. Yeah. If concatenated string dot find this not equal to string npos, which means if we are able to find it, if we are not able to reach, like if we are not reaching the end of the string, finding the string, let's then just print not shuffled. Right? Otherwise, if we are not able to find the string, let's print shuffled. Okay, so let me just quickly, I hope spellings are right, and that's all. Right, so what we do is, again, let's take a quick look at the problem. So the code that we have just written right now. So we have a number n, which is the number of characters. Then I'm declaring an initial string, a final string, taking the string input, and then concatenating initial string, checking if the final string is printed in the concatenated string, and then just printing as required. And yeah, so we get a success. Your code has passed all test cases, right? So it should not be difficult to translate this same logic to Python as well. So I'm going to do that as well and show you. So okay. I'm just going to do n is equal to int input for I in range. Okay, and now what I don't remember about Python is if we have, okay, let's say, let me declare this. Sorry. So I'm going to do an initial and a final. Okay, so I'm going to do it takes a string input, right? Okay. Oh, this is a good challenge. So s is equal to, let's say, input. Okay, and then we're gonna do initial plus equal to s. Let's see what do we get. Do we get everything? That's so we get, and we get, yeah, so correct. So what I'm able to form the string. Bear with me, I'm also no expert in Python, so I have to make these dry runs, and you should always, you cannot be perfect in everything, so make sure whatever code you write, if you feel like it's going to go wrong, you can wait a step, print out things, see in between, right? So again, so then we have final plus equal to s. We have these two strings. Let's just check that. So print initial, print final. Let's try it out. Yeah, so psghy and hypsg. Now let's concatenate initial with initial. So let's say we are going to take concatenated string is equal to initial plus initial, right? And if, so the code here is if final in concatenated string, print, what should it be? Not shuffled, right? Because it's just a rotation. Else print shuffled. Okay, let's try to run this code. Oh, okay. So the thing is, we are printing these two things as well. And comment that, and yeah, success. Your code has passed all test cases. So that's all for this problem. A very simple problem, but the key idea. Now I know there could be different ways to solve this problem. Also, like you could manually check if a string is a rotation of another string. Also, by basically checking if this letter comes after this this letter and so on. But in the case of circular, basically, yeah, rotations are circular, right? So last letter and first letter, you need to be careful in checking that. But this is a very, very simple and easy logic to check if a string is rotation of another string. So yeah, so that's all for this problem. Was very simple, nothing complicated about it. And yeah, so before ending the stream, before this problem, I'd like to talk about a few things. So one is this long challenge that's going on in CodeChef. So let's quickly take a look at it. So April 21C. Okay, yeah. So all of you who are just starting with competitive programming, or maybe you want to improve your problem solving, I pasted the link in the chat. This is the link to the CodeChef's April long challenge, 2021 March, 2021 April, Division 3. Since if you are new to CodeChef, you will be put in Division 3. As your rating increases, you go into climb to Div 2 and then Div 1. So like there are 10 problems and there are 10 days to solve these problems. And yeah, you are on your own. You can refer online, talk to your friends. Just don't copy the code exactly. Refer to your friends, discuss the solutions. I mean, it's meant to collaborate. But again, the key idea is to be able to understand the questions and be able to learn something new every time. So don't just leave like, if you solve, let's say 3 problems out of these 10, make sure you upsolve the next 2 problems as well. So if I am able to solve 5 problems, I should solve the next 2 problems as well. Then only I get to learn something new. Otherwise, those 3 problems I can solve any other day also, right? So this is the link in the chat. I pasted for the April challenge as well. And now another thing, last but definitely not the least, is CP algorithms. Right. So this page, I think I've mentioned this before also. I'll paste the link in the chat as well again. Okay, so this page, one of the finest competitive programming resources you can see online anywhere in the internet. It covers maths, algebra, data structures. It has trees, fundamentals, advanced. It has DP also, in string questions, linear algebra, combinatorics, geometry. So many things are there, right? And let me just quickly, let's say I'm gonna union find. Yeah, here it is. So a very nice data structure which is used in Kruskal's algorithm, but I'm not going to discuss it right now. I'm just going to say is, see, sometimes you may read things here and it might not be clear to you, quickly. But what this website demands you is a practice and constant. Like, okay, you see this code, you don't understand it just by taking a look at it. What do you need? Paper, pen, and a quiet room, and sit down and analyze everything. What's happening in each and every recursive call? What's going on? Like that, right? So if you do things like that, then I think this is a very nice resource to learn any new algorithm or data structure as such. Yeah, so I told about CodeChef also. I told about CP algorithms as well. I don't have anything in my mind as such right now. If you guys have any questions, I'll hold for maybe 2-3 more minutes and then I'll just end this stream, because the main goal of this stream was to solve the problem. So yeah, I'm open for questions now. Any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. Doesn't matter if there are any dumb things related to question or anything else. Feel free to post them in the chat and I'll take a look at them. So yeah, I'll just quickly wait for 1 more minute. If you have any questions, you guys can post it. I'll be here in the chat itself waiting. And since your exams are over, I'm also planning I have a new PoD in my mind. I'll bring it up in a few days. So yeah. I hope, Aditya, this problem is clear to you now. I hope it was not that difficult. And I hope if you guys did not know about CodeChef or long challenge, I hope this is informative. You should do it definitely. It's ending this month. The long challenge is already going on. You should definitely go and try it out. The links are there in the chat already. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Yeah. Last thing that I would like to say is make sure you like the stream if you're new to the stream, and thank you, Doc and Inder. Thank you so much. Thank you. GSB's play zone. Thank you. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. Oh, nice heart spam in the chat. Anyway, if you guys like the stream, make sure you like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And I think with that, probably we'll end the stream since the problem is discussed. Cool. Bye. Take care. I'll catch you guys in the next problem solving video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.